The weather couldn't be more perfect. Sunny skies as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is John Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson. Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you. And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson. What else can you say about this guy? Let's just cut right to the numbers. 147 pounds, 5'11", reach 72.4 inches. And he'll be going up against Sugar Ray Leonard. Always fit and trim, 175 centimeters tall, with a reach of 179.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am, watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Sugar Ray Robinson, many considered him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport, inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990. He fights out of Harlem, New York. Sugar Ray Leonard. This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 200 global fights. A welterweight champion of the world. Hey, five. How will these two fighters handle the outdoor? So we have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. He's going to the counter. He blocks the jab. You're blocking sentences because we're fighting outside, and what a man that you should do. But there's nothing fancy. Well, outside, nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. We're not fighting hungry. When you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you get hit, when you get hurt, if you're drop it in there. This is quiet. It's really fight. Like fight. Halfway through the round, but he's got his hands great stuff. Skill for skill. But stuff much they can happen. You can be careful for your seat. It's always coming. Punches coming from every angle. Just missed. He misses that straight left. Perfect counter shot. Exchange punches. Despite what the judges scorecards read, there are no runners in this one. Robinson in that fight. It's no secret who had the advantage after that last week. Let's see what they had his too. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, you wasn't just going to go because you won. Nice shot. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. much better game plan.
Look at his skills now. Come on,
I thought there's no way he could have finished this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at his head going like it never happened.
What you just got. Anything you can do better. Don't let you score first, and they'll answer you and injure you. And they figure out the combination to this thing. Perfectly matched. Looks good. What's up? It's part of this thing, you know. Now you're talking. Well, Johnny, take a look at this action. Leonard just got brought. We're going on to get back getting engaged. There's 10 seconds to go. Robinson, the game plan is not seeming to be. Seems to go stop round 3. Corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their side. About 1 minute to recover. You've got to block it. You're going to come up now and style out. Get on the front foot, jab. Look, start a jab. And smart and walk swing on that step back. Put the pressure. The counter punching. They both got their swords. They're swinging it.
Not a lot of punch out. There might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, there's not a lot separating these two.
That's so close, so far. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This is with the straight left. Swinging and missing that jab.
Misses.
It's bombs away. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place
in this one.
Let's talk about Robinson in the front row. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
He needs to knock out without us now. He needs to go out there and be like, you know what?
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Jab does not score. Missing with that jab. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Just missing with the uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
This is when you talk about
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Catch and shoot. That hook won't score. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Incredible work rate. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Through the straight left, but it won't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
Come on, breathe. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Let's start the 6. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Nice counter. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. There's a counter shot. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That uppercut doesn't land. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot guess that if you prepared right.
Here comes out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
That jab misses. The straight right just misses. Perfect counter lands. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If he cheated, now we're going to find out.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. A lot of effort being exerted here. His stamina is off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fight. Round 8, and we're off again. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous.
Say it ain't so. Down goes Sugar Ray. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your ball.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We need to turn this around halfway through.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. How are they still standing?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Down goes Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
A shot from the gods.
What are you doing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You lost, baby, bro.
is going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. No one wins, no one loses.
A draw? Yes. No way that's a draw. Bro, get the fuck out of here. I should have won that shit.
Another one, another done. All day and just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong.
Closing four.
All right. Let's go.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Are you okay?
Better than that. He's starting to make mistakes.
A beautiful afternoon for a fist fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About time.
Sinisa Super Bad Estrada. She won the WBA minimum-weight title in March of 2021, and she fights out of Los Angeles, California. Ebony, the blonde bomber.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from East Los Angeles, here is a women's minimum weight and a women's junior flyweight champion of the world, Super Bad Sinisa Estrada. Fighting out of the blue corner, fighting out of New South Wales, Australia, a women's Australian super bantamweight champion, Ebony, the blonde bomber, Bridges.
Of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters.
Blue versus red. The red demon versus the blue angel type shit.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Couldn't get out of the way of that up, and down goes Estrada.
What the fuck?
Let's watch that again and replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
How about that time counter shot? No rest for the weary. Nobody home with that hook. Midway through the round, and it looks like she has the advantage.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Usually you don't have to worry about getting a sunburn when you're fighting, Johnny, but that's certainly the case today with the sun blazing.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Punch, counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Estrada and here we go for round 2. Well, Johnny, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure this one out. She has got to bounce back in this round after that knockdown. No doubt about it.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That hook won't score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? When you're Fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
She took a massive shot to the head there and is down. Let's see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nicholson, are you okay?
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Talk about Bridges in that last round. Well, she's been knocked down twice. Let's see how this corner handles things as they got a minute to get it together.
Unbelievable heart.
There's the bell for round 3. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Her stamina is off the charts. Swing and a miss with the hook. Uppercut just missed. Nice stop, but that won't score. They're both trying for a knockout. That uppercut doesn't land. They need to be careful they don't push themselves out here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Estrada and they've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Didn't land that jab. It's bombs away. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Estrada in that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different game plan, something to turn this thing around.
Every second, every...
I like that round. Good work.
There's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punching. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Misses with the straight left. That punch is beginning to take its toll. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Just misses with that uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Estrada. On to the 6th round. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see. Hold it right there. And that will do it. What a victory. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say.
So time to go celebrate.